Well, hello guys, girls, friends. Just a quick one. Welcome to Rusty Inventions, another video. I have acquired a hand wheel for the lead screw on the Myford lathe. And I just want to fit it really. That will help me to being able to do a fine feed on the lead screw, on the cutters, on the cross slide, the carriage, so that I can do fine cutting by hand, yeah, which would be really nice. So let's go over to it. So the idea is that instead of winding this over, which is quite a fast action, being able to put the hand wheel on the lead screw, on the end of the lead screw, engage the lead screw, but not machine driven, keep that in neutral, and you can wind it in by hand at a very a better way, slow and easy way of winding that in. So I just notice all the mess everywhere again. It's always there. Look at the play, I need to sort that out. Good thing I look at it actually. Well, we'll do all of that now then. So I'm going to start undoing the nuts, see how far we need to go in. Looking at this, it seems like it's getting driven by that. Looking at the lead screw, it's got a similar slot in there, so I suppose that would sit in the space of that bushing there. So I'll undo that and see how far we get. Luckily it's not in too tight, because at the moment I'm working with a backhoe adjustable, by the way, offered by the adjustable by the small shop engineers. Adjustables is a no-no, but backhoe sort of cancel it out, but it seems. Well, anyways, I have engaged the back gear and I thought I'll just give it a try. If it's too tight, I will make another plan and do it up better. I'm a bit shocked. I never noticed that the lead screw is that loose. Well, that is the slot I was talking about in the bush. You'll see that is very much the same than the slot in the new lead screw. New old lead screw, just new to me. Okay, just cleaning up this mess. It's so quickly for it to get messy. All sorts of dirt and grit. First of all, let me just do that. What's the name up? The Imperial, because it's an old British made lathe. So everything on here is really Imperial. Imperial Allen keys then. Look at that. Oh, good guesstimation there. Yeah, that's a bit better. And you got two Allen head bolts in there, and they are super loose. Hang on, what's going on here? another problem. That seems to be always a thing. If you do something, you have to do another job 3 jobs ahead to get to the job that you actually wanted to do. Somebody did me the favor, or maybe during time or something, the Allen bolt was snapped. And I'm just loving to fix a broken bolt. So I don't know, I'll try and tap that out. If I can't get it out, I don't have left hand thread drills or bolt, broken bolt, what do you call that, things that take them out. I don't have any of that. That's basically what I'm saying. I've got a small little chisel in my drawer. There you are. Just need to grab a hammer from another bench. Just walk around here quickly. And it's going to be a floor hammer. I don't know if I mentioned, I'm a carpenter by trade, so it's going to be a claw hammer. I do have ball pen hammers, but it's not out yet. So the idea is and look at that, it's coming out. Now my next question would be if I got another one of those sort of high tension bolts. I've got a drawer of bolts, so I'll go and have a look in a minute. But that will certainly make a big difference if I can fix that. Or when I fix it, let's say that. Like you certainly know, might not be the first attempt, but I will get there again. There it comes. Oh, I'm so pleased with that. I didn't need to drill and tap it out. Well, there you are. There's the culprit. And I've just done it. I've got a little chisel. It's really tiny, about 1/4. And there's the culprit. Broken bolt and a little stub that broke off. Anyway, so that's out now. I keep dropping it. So I'll go to a drawer and search for spares. So I have found, I first went to the drawer. I've got a drawer full of nuts and bolts. I've got a big old box with just mix and match box, bolts and nuts. But to go through that is going to take me a good old while. So I went through that other drawer, and of course most of them are metric, so they won't have the same thread. Then I remember I've got a lot of stuff that I got with the lathe quite a few years ago now. I can't remember now. I've got the brain of a fish if I haven't said. That is what it is. And anyway, I found a Allen bolt. It's longer. I found a nut also that I can try on both bolts to make sure it's the right Allen size. So I'll just have to chop the head off. Either use the nut, which might be an idea. Use the nut to secure that in, or you know, turn the Allen bolt in first and then lock it up with the nut. That might be an option. I think I'll do that for now. Actually, that seems like a good idea. And by the way, I found a little washer as well with that, which I got rid of straight away, and I dug it out again. Okay. No, that's not going to work. Of course, the Allen bolts are countersunk, so that won't work at all. You see, the Allen bolt is made so the head is that's red even. I didn't know that. Well, anyway, the Allen bolt, the head disappear into the piece of metal, so that leave me only one choice. I'll have to cut it. I'm not going to do any fancy thingy, as I'm not too sure what sort of metal this is. I'm just going to cut it with a grinder on the vise. So my usual way of doing it, let me just lift this camera a little. My usual way of doing it would be to leave the nut on there, turn the nut inside where I want to cut, and then cut it, or even use the nut as a marking point where I want to cut it to, cut it, and then turn the nut off, and that will get rid of the extra thread in there and make it easier to clean up. Because when you cut a nut or any threading, by the way, you will struggle with some threading to get the nut started, and it's just an easy way for me. So I've got, let me turn you around, I've got the grinder here and the vise, and might be a bit noisy. I've never done this on camera, so I don't know what to expect. So yeah, I'll fix that in a vise. And of course I need to wear safety glasses, but I'll wear the squinty eyes, the safety method, squinty eyes, and I've got glasses as well, so I've got a good excuse. But don't be as silly as me, you wear the glasses. And then a grinder blade. I don't like using grinder keys. A grinder, usually when you use it, it turns the opposite way of the thread. So if you push a button, the blade will tighten up. Therefore, don't over tighten it, it won't get undone. And I just fix it by hand, and I don't need a spanner. And of course, don't do it like me. Don't do what I say, what I do what I say. Always use all the covers and stuff. I just need a better fix in there. And as difficult as that was, not at all actually, that is done. So the same Allen key that I used on the last one, I used to clean the thread up. And now if you want to, you can just deburr that, because like Blondie Hacks is saying, we're not animals, so that differs us from the animals. I'll just give it bit of a clean up quickly, but I know it will go in, and that's the kitty. So I've still got the nut in there. The nut goes back into my spare pile and go back to the lathe. And don't get seasick. There you are. Let's just see. You want to go lower a bit. Which knob is it? There's so many knobs on this camera stand. There you are. Okay. Pull my chair closer because I'm a lazy bastard. Okay, I want to check that both of them surfaces are nice and clean, because then they got a good grip together. I'll fix that in then again. Use the old nut first. This is all greasy. I prefer that above rust. Get it started. Where's your hole? I can't find a hole. And don't get dirty minds. It's just a bolt hole. That's it. Lovely. And the other one. What bothers me a little is there is still a lot of play, and I'm not too certain how I can get rid of that. I'll have to investigate that, because I don't really like that much. I might be able to with the hand wheel. Also, I'm not very keen on it. I might as well tighten it up. With the moving, everything could have had a slight knock. This lathe isn't light, let me tell you that. And I had one mate, one gracious good friend, gave me a hand, and I've got a dodgy back, and praise the Lord, my back hold up. But my friend's back, by the end of the day, his back was not in such a good spirit anymore. I think it needs a bit of a tap. I might be able to, with the bolts, fill it in. Let's see. Oh, I was looking for that bar. I just found another goodie. That's one thing that Myford doesn't have. When you retract the tailstock, the ml7, it's my Myford model. You can't. It doesn't push the tapered bit out in the front, so I'll use this bar to just give it a slight tap from the back, and that release the taper, and that's all you need really. So that gets rid of the play. I'm very happy with that. I just don't want it over tighten. Me undo, get the back out and get. I just don't want to do it up too much. Yeah, that's too much. So that's it. Why does it seem in game? I never done it like that, so I don't know what to expect. You're supposed to undo some of the other gears, or you might have to just take some gears out. Alright, what I want to do as well, not today though, I want to just go around. That I might do today, just go around, give it a bit of oil again, clean the whole thing up again. Because it's looking after me, I'll give it a bit of love as well. Put the tools away, I want to do that. Now, what did I say about the mind of a fish? What was I about to say again? Oh, carriage stop. I'd like to fix on here, this is the carriage, well that is the carriage, the cross slide, and your bed or your ways. I'd like to fix there is some pre-drilled holes there. That is for if you want to get put the gearbox on there to change gears. That's mainly for screw cutting. I do have gears. For you guys who don't know, you open the back side and you get to the gears, and then you change the gears by hand. And it's not just one gear, there's about 5, depending on what sort of cut you want to do, what screw pitch and everything. There's a lot of gears you need to change in there and work off a diagram so that you can get the right feed to your speed, so that you can cut screw thread. Now this is, it's got a square thread. This is not the type of thread I'm talking about, although you can cut that as well. I'm talking about normal thread, like for a bolt, a pitch thread. Saying that, you can cut any thread, but what I was saying, the gearbox makes it easier. You don't have to get in the back gears. You just usually get on here, and again you got a diagram, but then you pick your gears, and this feeds at the right rate a lot easier. This is the key I made in a previous episode, and this is the 4-jaw chuck. So what I want to fix down here is a carriage stop. I wanted to have for it to have like a couple of stops. I'm not too sure yet how I want to do it. Maybe bring it out a little, but I don't want it in the way of anything turning there. Say I put the face plate on, another fixture that you can fix on the drive here, and you can bolt anything to it at different positions, but odd size things as well. I just want this carriage stop to run into this, and I want to be able to just wherever I set it, so bring it up to that point and make a stop there, so that you can do repetitions. Makes it a lot easier. A lot of this, when I got the lathe, I didn't really know much. I had a very basic training on a lathe, and yeah, I didn't know much about a lathe, honestly. I was fiddling around, playing around, and I end up actually not doing the lathe any good. Saying that, I don't think I harmed it really. I just didn't do it any favors. But through YouTube, thankfully, and there is a lot of very talented people. I'm still learning, still watching a lot of YouTube to learn. Through YouTube, I have learned a lot on how to use the lathe proper. Not just my lathe, I mean most lathes are very similar. So anyways, I have learned a lot, and that's through other guys, talented guys who was gracious enough to show me through YouTube their workings, and I'm hoping to reach that point at some day, some stage, where I could pass the knowledge on again. But I'm only in the beginning of days in terms of this. I'm a fish, yeah? I'm losing my whatever I was saying. I'm actually ancient. Got high mileage, you know. Maybe the years in my passport and what, that it's irrelevant. I've got high mileage. Anyways, so got distracted again. I'm in the early days, still in learning how to do machining in a machine shop. I'm not fully kitted out. I'd love to get a lot more gear. I'd love it to work, because I do try and save money, because it's quite expensive here and there, and buy cheaper stuff. I'm maybe a bit tight and end up having to buy stuff twice or spending time on the repairing it, and I'm not always sharing everything. That is sad probably to say, but I'm not putting everything online yet what I'm doing. So yeah, anyways, in future we'll make a carriage top for the ways. Got my bandsaw, only a cheap bandsaw. Like, what did I say about cheapskate? Silverline, that is top of the cheapskate brand line. Anyways, that'll do the job for what I've got to do. The problem is with a wood cutting saw, it's running way too fast. I'd like to cut metal with it, so I need to turn the speed down by a gearbox. So that's something I need to do. My previous vise broke at some stage. Just been tired of struggling. I welded up the jaws on the previous one, so that is actually a new one. Another thing that I messed up, I do mess up a lot. Yeah, well, anyways, I think that's it for today. I'll probably come around. I'm still working on the house. I've got a lot of stuff to do, but hopefully soon I will spend a lot more time in the old workshop and making videos and do things for you. I'd like to build model engines. I believe I have said it, but forgive me. Blame it on the fishness of my brain if you have heard it before. Yeah, and do all sorts of model engineering. Anyways, thank you guys. See you soon. Thumbs up if you mind, and subscribe. Thank you very much.